phone again. Again, all praise, all glory, all honor, hallelujah. Hawa, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Salakia. Giving double honors unto the apostles and elders of goodness, so for pushing the doctrine on sincerity and truth. It's always right to say, Shalom to the elect.
Shalom to you.
There's a couple of Bible Isaiah
Maya Shala.
and Isaiah. And we want to get into tonight, right? Is what these heathen nations, even the heathen nations, are going to rejoice in the kingdom. Or rejoice because of the kingdom. Right? I want to preface it.
So preach that prayer real quick. Yeah, I know, but I ain't really like how you read them. Okay, so Proverbs 29 and verses 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right, so when the righteous in authority, the people rejoice, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
And this is a worldwide thing. People there is not just in Israel, but the people in terms of encompassing the whole globe.
Right, because you know that series and Christians prophesying raptures, right? Going to the houses. And so like some people selling the cars, quitting a job, going to the forest and chanting some mad shit, hoping for a rapture to get themselves out of here. Right? They're hoping for that. Why? Because the pain and pressure which you're going through on this, they can't take it. Right? Because the wicked being me. Right? Because the precept in Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14. From verses, I'll read verses 12. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of power. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation on the side of the north. This Lucifer speaking to or alluding to is Esau and Edom. When you read that verses 13, the same sentiment about the proudness of this person who's speaking in his heart is the same sentiment that was spoken about in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, which is I will sit in the temple of God, in the seat of God, showing that I am God. That is Esau and Edom 30. So we know this Lucifer speaking about here has to be Esau and Edom. It couldn't be no Satan. This Lucifer is not Satan. Go ahead.
You go up to verse 4.
Verse 4, Isaiah 14:4. That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say how are the oppressor ceased.
Yeah, because all those readers mainly JK oppressing the whole earth reading it.
The whole earth feeling it.
But
The golden city ceased. So like the Yahweh had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. You smote the people in their wrath with a continuous stroke.
Right, a continuous stroke. The more you to labor for this bitch until they're dead. Because scripture make mention of here's a man's life. 10 years. Right? The whole years a man's life is 10 years, the 60. And 10 to that is 70. And then 10 by reason of strength. So 80 years, so for a full 80 years, you or some people live to see more, a lot of people living to see less, right? But the benchmark for this lifetime, this existence we have here is 80 years. When you check now, pension, right, or when you can retire from the job you're working at, is at the age of 65, but they want to increase that to 70, right? So the only time a person is supposed to rest or not feel any pain and pressure in this society is from the age of 5. So from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because you're not going to school, right? Then from 5 to 20 something to go to school to get a degree. And from that age to 70, he wants you on that system, working to maintain his empire. So only 10 years, only 15, in your entire lifespan, you only have 15 years of rest. One when you can, and both of those times in which you could rest and enjoy your life, you're not able to. Because you're too young when you're 5, and then you're too weak and feeble when you're old. You see, that's the wickedness and the side of this man have, running in the earth. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 2, sorry, 14. Continuing, he that ruleth nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered.
The ruling nations in anger, right? The only nations are the pissed, which is going to cause, is it Obadiah 1 and 7?
The men of thy confederacy.
All the men of thy confederacy have laid a wound under thee. Everybody is fed up of this rulership, this dominion which is in the earth. Is just one of continual oppression. Right? Go ahead.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
They break forth into singing. This is the level of joy that's going to be upon the earth when this man is done.
Give second is this 11 and the last verse. I saw me a fair meditation 11. This is 11. Try to remember that precept. Destroy
them nation.
So like, well, then I thought it was
read the Isaiah. We'd finish and do one more verse in Isaiah before you go to that.
Yeah, the earth is quiet and they break forth into singing. Yeah, the fruit trees rejoice at thee.
Because the earth is a living organism. So even the trees, nature, are going to rejoice at the fall of this one, right?
So I'm just get this precept really quick. Yeah, the fruit trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us.
So nature going to flourish yet again. Go ahead.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, its state of the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from from their thrones, or the kings of the nations.
Just will see if you can.
Or jumping along, is this a man? That is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go to the second, just see them.
Right, they that see thee, who's this day? The other
16 jump down to right?
They that see thee, who's this day? All the kings of the earth previously, all the nations, all the people, all the nations of the world gonna see thee, right? And what they gonna say? They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Because he was given the power, the earth, to do what he will and what he pleases, and by that power he's gonna fuck himself up. Is this the man that made the world to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his house. Right?
Right, so you see everybody they're gonna be real and lament because
they were made rich.
Yeah, they were made rich, but end up be all they're gonna sit down and be like, okay, we're going on, it was worth it.
Yeah, them is really assholes.
Yeah, it was worth it. This man took the money right? Yes, you're always going to be under the pressure. You have no chance of coming up into leadership. But what? You know, under these are far better leadership than under each other. So you like that too. Chapter 1. And Psalm 67 to close it.
That's not well. Let me just read these now. With the earth itself rejoicing at the fall of his son, right? the highest. The highest. His second is the Suleiman from 44. The highest had also. So he also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. So the earth and all crying out to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to end this place.
With the redemption of the sons of
Right, the whole of creation. That is like, if you could find that is a bad precept. The Revelation 11 and 18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Destroy them.
Let me read that last part where it say here. And the time has come to destroy those who destroy the earth. CSB. We could go ahead.
Romans 8 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of power. Right? The creature going to creation, every single one on this planet, some way, form, or fashion, deep beneath here, deep within them, want the sons of power to rule this earth. Right? They want it because they know the man who currently ruling this earth, he not profitable to you, he is not profitable to himself. The scripture in Sirach 14 and 5. He who doesn't do good to himself.
I don't know my God yet.
You can make a break out of it.
No, I don't have it on me, but I'll have this upon it. Yeah. Because what? Yeah. Because again, he is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good, right? Let's see. Evil himself.
And then the back there you go read Proverbs 11 and 17.
Right, Sirach 14:5.
Check from 4.
He that gathered by the fraud and his own soul gathered for others, that shall spend his goods righteously.
I guess 5 was the point.
5 is the point. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Right. He's so wicked to himself.
People do everything who need to survive. It's a people. That is madness. How he could ever show good to anybody else?
Yeah. Right. Example is say the chemtrails, but I thinking about bigger than the nukes. Them
who you building that for?
Because what we say, the end of the time is gonna come through them on us.
Yeah, that no prophecy, right? But what sane man going to build nukes that could wipe out so much of the earth? If you really want to say, you think you're gonna nukes in the kingdom? Come on.
Like, the nation shall learn war no more.
Exactly.
So what the world gonna be in a peaceful state where it say, your church, your young ones gonna play in the cockroaches, then put a hand in the mouth of snakes and not get bitten and all these things, such as to the peace of the earth and the people ruling it. But I know the state of the world today right now. Why? Because a fucking wicked motherfucker ruling. As is the judge, so are the people. Well, you can go ahead. Or you want to mean Isaiah 2?
Yeah.
Yep. So lock Isaiah 2. And from listen, let me see if I have it on here. Isaiah 2 and 1. God's universal reign, the head of it.
God, Most High is universal. We no longer just see, but he's here that the world will be real. But won't just establish rule over Israel, but over everyone. Go ahead.
The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And let me see, and I can read it because in the last part of our point 2. And it shall come to pass. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house, he government shall be established in the top of all the governments of the world, on top of all the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Right? And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. So what? It's set to have a point in time in these last days to come. Then a point, so even the point in time, so like yeah, same shit. It have a prophecy that has said to be fulfilled, in which that at the coming of the Son of Man, when he establishes his laws, his statutes, his commandments, and makes it worldwide doctrine, eventually the large majority of the nations gonna relent towards it. Why? Because they know is the right thing. Now why you saying, come let us learn of his ways. They're not begging me. They're not begging us, they're not begging me. They're saying, here what's going on, brother. You take some of that. Cause I yours. Yeah, Salak. Salak, what I was gonna say, ne? Yeah, Salak. I don't know, some minor slip there, Salak, yeah. But in the last I'm sorry, when this prophecy is set to take place and all the nations come and learn of the ways, they're gonna realize that we ways better. Pork in the toothpaste gonna be illegal. Wait is the abominations that wrought in Babylon, which is the split spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Sodomy gonna be illegal. All the wait is it talk about Daniel 4:17, right? The Lord this matter is by the decree of the watchers to the and the command by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will. He even set it up over the basis of men. Is the base man ruling now? So is the base laws going? Wait, is Daniel 7:25, and he shall think to change times and laws. Change who times and who laws? He seeks to change the times of the Most High God and the laws of the Most High God. Wait, say this man is a man who seeks to oppose the Most High God in every which way he possibly can. Second Thessalonians tells you that he who opposes the Most High, wait, as it talk about in I believe is Revelation 18, they blaspheme God. All of that gonna be illegal in the kingdom to come. Everything Esau doing, we're gonna reverse it. Starting with Yahweh, then Yahweh shall come all the way down. The wickedness is said to be reversed, and through that, the nation's gonna rejoice, they're gonna prosper. Think about it. The Lord set up bounds on how long man could live in this day and time. 70 years by reason of strength, they could live to 80. We see men still living to 100 and some in this time. So what? There are some kind of strong fellows out here. What about in the kingdom to come when all the food good? What about when everything righteous?
The lifespan can increase.
The life, even for the
Even when they
heathens.
read Genesis, you see man live for 500, 700, 800, all these years. Right?
You see like
That
all the,
gonna return again.
yeah, because all the things that was present in that is present in the world today, the chemtrails, the shit food, the this, the that, all that wasn't present back in Adam time, you know. So the half hour killing you now not even gonna be in the kingdom to kill it to come. So then what? Even the heathens gonna live hundreds of years and enjoy a long life. It is, but again, you have to understand your role, your order, your rank, and your place. Revelation 20 said, and the rest of the dead live not after, or live not after till the 1,000 years were expired. So that 1,000 years, our first dominion with the Lord and He elect gonna put on and establish order, righteousness, and judgment in the earth. That 1,000 years, when that done and thing away with, all the heathens gonna go back to their original and respective lands, and then they're gonna live in the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they're gonna love to do it. And for those who don't love to do it, what the Lord say, the nation that will not come up at the feast of tabernacles to worship the Lord, what? He not gonna send any rain in the land. So you know, our next big reason why it is they're gonna be glad to worship the Lord, because they're gonna see benefit from it through the fact that the land's gonna prosper, and then they're gonna see judgment from it if they don't listen. So if you don't listen, you're gonna get fucked up, and if you listen, you're gonna get blessed. See, basically they're gonna go. I ain't gonna even say to that extent, you know, but to somewhat what the nation of Israel was like when they now form and they now went into the land and the Lord explained if you keep these laws, you're gonna be blessed, blah blah blah. It's gonna be something like that to the heathen. They're gonna have to keep the laws just like how we gonna have to keep it. And how we going off in this time, we're not gonna go off in the kingdom, but they're gonna go off. And if they go off, we're gonna be there to administer judgment unto them. So what? They're gonna see the benefit of the laws that we have. Waiters, if you can give me Baruch 4 and 1, Babu Kosher. Ooh, even one more benefit here, the Isaiah 2 and 4. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall they learn war anymore. Ooh, reading
So
this in.
wars, them kind of travails not gonna be upon the earth anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
If you can read it, Luke 4. Oh
Luke
no, so I
4.
can't read this in. I just want to see what it say. Here. CSB just reading the last part. Nation will not take up the sword against nation, and they will never again train for war because he gonna win all the wars. The last war the world gonna fight, he gonna win. And the manner, fashion, way, and style he's going to win, it ain't gonna make sense for anybody to fight anymore. That's gonna be one part. And two, you're gonna outlaw it. You're gonna outlaw nation fighting against nation. So again, the whole world gonna prosper in peace and they're gonna live and be glad to see the nation of Israel ruling the earth. They're gonna see how it is to properly run the earth. Because every nation had the chance and they fuck up. So what? As we always say, we got next. It's we turn next to show you how to rule.
Luke 4 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is a book of the commandments of power.
So this book full of the commandments, laws, and instructions of the Most High and how to live. And what?
And a law that endureth forever.
So it's for all generations. Now the laws stand, the laws stood back then, and in in the kingdom to come, the law gonna be the law. Right?
And all they that keep it shall come to life.
And all they that keep it shall come to life. So when you practice these laws, you practice the way of life. So you practice these laws and you do them, you come to life. You become alive. You don't die. It is sinners transgression of the law, and the wages of sin is death. If you leave off keeping the laws, your penance for that is death. Where if we gonna be immortal in the kingdom? Because we're gonna be forced to keep the laws in terms of not being able to go off. So when you keep the laws as well, you ain't gonna be immortal, but you can live long. For sure you can live long. So you'll be glad to see the law instituted as
These
your law
laws,
as well. Yep.
these laws prolong your life.
These laws prolong your life.
Not just spiritually and in good standing with the Most High, but literally it allows you to better your life.
This is
A man with more than one wife, that's bring joy to your heart. He ain't gonna want to die no time soon.
This is this one. Deuteronomy 4 and 4, but ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. How you cleaving unto the Lord? By keeping the laws. Don't meet the heathens in cleaving unto shit. But keeping them laws, they will enjoy living, keeping the laws out and the statutes and commandments of we God. It amore, and the verse 1.
But such as leave it shall die.
But such as leave it shall die. So, again, what? Title of the video, if you can repeat the Bible question.
Even the heathens will
Right.
be glad in the kingdom.
Even the heathens will be glad in the kingdom.
Because of the kingdom.
Because of the kingdom. Because even then, is a next big event set to take place in the kingdom that everybody gonna watch and everybody gonna glad to see as well. Because the says in Isaiah 14, is this the man that did shake kingdoms and it make people tremble, this than the earth, so the great oppressor, right? Jeremiah call him the hammer of the earth, right? What gonna happen in the kingdom? 1,000 years into the kingdom, the Esau and Edom is said to be destroyed. Malachi, is it 1 and 4 or Malachi 4 and 1? the day that cometh that shall burn as an oven, and ye all the proud and ye all that do wickedly shall be as stubble, and there shall be no more remaining from the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Shai had spoken it. So that is the next big great event that's gonna happen in the kingdom, or set to happen in the kingdom, that's gonna cause every nation worldwide to rejoice. So what? Even the heathens, whether they're aware it now, whether they're gonna be glad for it and relent to it in the kingdom and say, yeah, but they really the better way. Everybody gonna see that the destruction of Esau and Edom and the bringing in and ushering in of the nation, kingdom and rulership of Jacob is truly what is best for the earth. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and that you were edified. In closing, we like to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, Barakatam. To give double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who surely do rule well. To the men signed by the highways and byways pushing this doctrine, like I say, Shalom, and even unto the sincere, awkwardly sisters who say this in these lessons in silence, subjects and obedience unto their husbands, we like to say, Shalom. This is your brothers Maya Sha'ala.
And Isaiah.
Till next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.